Hello everyone, hope you are doing good. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another quick interesting video. We are going to analyze the ongoing Champions Trophy. Both the semi-finals have also finished, so India and New Zealand will play the final. We want to see some patterns, what has happened in this Champions Trophy across Pakistan and UAE. We are going to use Google BigQuery to answer a few quick questions. So as you see, I have the data like the match number, who won the toss, who batted first, what was the venue, what are the two teams involved, how much did the first batting team score, second batting team score, who is the winner, what was the margin of victory. As you see here, there's one match where it's null because I think Afghanistan-Australia match was a washout, like a no result. And if you see, there are only 12 rows, right? There were a couple of games, I think Australia-South Africa and Bangladesh-Pakistan, which happened in Rawalpindi. They both got completely abandoned, right? So there's no data for that. So we have only 12 matches to look at, one of them also being a no result. So let's quickly jump into the data and see what impact toss has created, right? Did toss have an impact on the winner? So we have the toss winner column and we also have another column called as winner, right? So let me just remove this and let's say, right, if of, toss winner happens to be equal to winner, then 1, 0, right? So this means that whoever won the toss also went on to win the game. So I'll put this and let's see what has happened. So if you see, there's a lot of zeros in here, right? There's 1, 2, 3, there are 5 games where it's 1, 7 games where it is 0. So what that means is only 5 times the team winning the toss has gone on to win the match, right? And interestingly, these two ones are like, I think, New Zealand won the toss, right? They batted first against South Africa and Bangladesh and they managed to win. So New Zealand have won twice. And apart from that, I guess, yeah, as you see, there's not a lot. Like, so toss has not made a significant difference. So it's 5-7. So it's quite close for sure. Then scoring above 300, what has happened, right? So for this, it's a very, very simple query again, right? We're not going to go too deep, but just analyze the Champions Trophy. That's the main idea. So there is a column called first batting score, right? So let's say where first batting score happened to be more than 300, right? What happened in these games? As you see, there were 5 games, right? Where the first batting score was more than 300 and here the margin of victory, like, it's, if it's in runs, that means the team batting first one. If it's in wickets, team batting second one, because there was no match affected by Duckworth-Lewis, right? Because if it's Duckworth-Lewis and rain, maybe you can win batting second by a margin of runs. But here, all the matches which were played were like completed. So as you see, team batting first has won 4 matches once they made 300 plus, right? So New Zealand, I think they beat Pakistan, then South Africa beat Afghanistan. And if you see in Lahore, Australia did chase against England 350, but then Afghanistan managed to beat England by 8 runs, and recent semi-final New Zealand beat South Africa by 50 runs, right? So the interesting bit here is all these games happen in Pakistan, right? 300 plus. So Dubai did not see much. So let's go back to Dubai and see if there is a pattern in there, right? So I'll say where venue is Dubai. Let's try this. So Dubai has had 4 games. As you see, India won chasing on 3 occasions, including the semi-final against us. They managed to win batting first by 44 runs, right? And if you notice in the India-New Zealand game, that's why New Zealand won the toss and put India in, right? Because it's chasing favorable venue, but still India managed to defend. And if you see the scores here, right, only in the semis they got past 250, right? So it's a slightly low scoring pitch in Dubai, expected to be the same in the final, right? So it's more of a chasing venue. In Pakistan, if you make 300 plus, there's a solid chance you're going to win. Like if you bowl well enough, I think only England lost, right? That is about scoring above 300. Generally batting first and winning, right? Let's see. Let me go back to the full data. So batting first team going on to win the game, right? Let's simply say where this batting first team happens to be also the winner. And there are only 5 games again, right? where the team batting first won, right? So like it's been favorable to chase in Dubai, as you saw, and even some games in Pakistan, it seems so, right? So over here, if you see batting first again, New Zealand have done it on 2 occasions. Afghanistan defended against England. India, I think, defended against New Zealand, and South Africa beat Afghanistan. Right? It's predominantly again Karachi, Lahore, and I think Rawalpindi had just 1 game. So that's the trend, right? So there are like 5 games where batting first team has won. Again, nothing to separate whether you bat first or second, but in Dubai it seems more favorable to chasing. Then this is what I wanted to say, venue based analysis. So as you notice here, Dubai has been favorable to chasing. Karachi and Lahore, if you make 300 plus or a good score on the board and have a good bowling lineup, you're going to win. I think England lost, but in general it's not bad, right? And then why did England fail, right? So let me go and say find games where England were part of the game. So I'll say team 1 equal to England, right? Or team 2 equal to England. Let's check the 3 games that they played and why did they lose all 3. If you notice here, so first of all in Karachi against, this is the most recent game, I think. They just made 179. Pakistan is a good batting track. If you score 179, no chance, right? South Africa chased it easily. Then in Lahore, they couldn't defend 350. As I said, in Pakistan, if you make 300 plus, you have a good bowling lineup, you should win. So they couldn't defend 350. And then against Afghanistan, in the same Lahore, 325 they conceded. They almost chased it, but still lost, right? Afghanistan held their nerve. So again, whether batting first or batting second in Lahore, and they got smashed in Karachi against South Africa. So England overall have been poor, right? Despite getting sometimes favorable conditions, sometimes not so favorable. So I think whenever their batting has flopped, it's really difficult. When the batting tried to step up, the bowling flopped, right? So they've never been able to get that balance right. That is why they, I think, lost all the games. And in fact, if I remember right, they were almost bowled out in most of the games as well. Like they lost all the wickets. And what are the best teams, right? As you see, I think like in the end, New Zealand and India are in the final, right? So let's go back to the original data and see what has made a difference, right? So let me say team 1 is India or team 2 is India, right? First, let's have a look at India's record so far. So as you notice here, India have lost all the tosses, right? Despite that, they have won all the games, right? So they say toss doesn't matter. That India have proved that, right? They kept the opposition down to low scores like 228, 241, easily chased. When they were asked to bat first against New Zealand, they made 249, but they easily defended it. Against Australia, they kept them to 260, despite Australia electing to bat first and chased it down quite comfortably, I would say, although it was a close game. So India have proved that toss doesn't matter much. If you play good cricket, whether you bat first or second, you can still win on these Dubai kind of pitches, right? So obviously they are unbeaten, and I think they are the form team, probably favorites for the final also, right? Now if I go to New Zealand and check, same way, right? In Dubai, as you see, against India, they did lose, right? But apart from that, they beat Pakistan, and they also managed to beat South Africa in the semi-final, as you see, batting first, making 300 and defending it easily. And the time they were asked to chase, right? Or they asked Bangladesh to bat first. In that game also, if you see, they were able to defend, keep them to a very reasonable score, 236, and chase it easily, right? So New Zealand have also done it well. So I think these two are the farm teams. And India and New Zealand already played 1 game. So New Zealand will look for revenge in the final. India want to continue the unbeaten streak. Let's see what happens in the final. But I think overall these were the 2 farm teams. And of course, South Africa, Australia also did good. They made the semis. I think the 4 farm teams made the semi-finals. And obviously England, Pakistan, Bangladesh struggled. Afghanistan played reasonably well because of 1 washout against Australia. They couldn't qualify. But yeah, overall this has been a fair reflection of how teams performed in the group stage. So this is, as you see, very simple, like we're just playing around with SQL, nothing complicated, more like analyzing what has happened in the Champions Trophy. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again in another video. Till then, take care. Bye.